Okay. Welcome, everyone. We have the victorious Bradley Braves with us. Head coach Brian Wardle is surrounded by some of the student body here. Connor Hickman, Malavai Leones, and Darius Hanna. The Braves have a date with Drake tomorrow in Game 2, the semifinal Game 2. And we're going to start off with Brian giving a statement on the game, and then we'll go to questions for all of the four people on the dais here. Brian, please.
Yeah, what I want to say, congrats to Luke and UIC for their win last night. That was a heck of a game, staying up watching that late into the night. And I thought they played really well in the first half. I thought we were a little out of sync, too many turnovers. Turnovers were killing us offensively, trying to do a little too much at times, and I thought we really settled in at halftime, and guys just kind of, the message was be the best version of yourself. This is just basketball. Go play and play with effort and have fun and talk and believe. And you could tell, Connor Hickman came out in the second half with that mentality, and then everyone followed suit, and we had a really good second half and played well and shot the ball really well. So that was good to see. It was good to feel out there, and we were able to get some guys some decent minutes too. So we were able to rest some guys a little bit, and Malavai didn't have to log too many minutes tonight. So hopefully that can help us tomorrow at 5 because we're playing a very good team against Drake. We've obviously seen them a bunch on Saturdays and Sundays here, so we know it's going to be a great battle and a very competitive game.
Start right here on the aisle, then here's number 2.
Coach, you mentioned how many times you guys have played Drake, both at this tournament and then in the regular season, obviously. They won the 2 meetings against you guys this year. What do you think are some of the things they've done this year that have been so successful against you guys?
Oh, they've gotten the better of us, probably the last 7 or 8 meetings. So, that's good. Your competitive spirit's got to come out. You got to be fiery. The last time I was on this podium wasn't good. It didn't feel good. And I guarantee you these 3 guys would say the same thing. So we got to put together a 35 to 40 minute game though against them. They're very good. They don't beat themselves. They're very good defensively, very handsy, aggressive, and we got to do a good job taking care of the basketball. You can't have 11 turnovers against them. I know that for sure. So we'll tighten some things up tonight. We'll prepare tomorrow and get some rest, and hopefully we can toss it up and have another great battle against them and play well.
And then Connor, Malavai, and Darius, you guys were all on the team last year. Is there any extra motivation knowing that they got you guys last year 1 game away from the NCAA tournament?
Darius, you start, then Malavai, then Connor. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course. It wasn't a good feeling, and that's something that we got to remember. We got to play with a chip on our shoulder, and like Coach said, be the best version of us that we could be.
Yeah, same thing. I just feel like our competitor got to come out tomorrow, and we got to remember all the hard work we put in over the year to come back to this moment and just put it all out there tomorrow.
Yeah, it wasn't a good feeling being out there in that game last year, and it wasn't a good feeling sitting up here reminiscing about it. So I've definitely been thinking about it this whole year, and then it's a great opportunity tomorrow to kind of redeem ourselves.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Brian, you mentioned the second half a little bit. Were there any adjustments that you made at halftime that you felt, kind of changed things? Did you feel UIC kind of ran out of gas with the late game last night? How did you kind of think?
I'm sure that played a factor. That's why getting the bye is so critical, and the regular season is so critical. But no, there was no magic adjustments. Sometimes we've made some adjustments in games. A lot of games we have, but not this game. It was just more about settling in, talking a little bit better, believing, and not trying to do too much. Just trust the system and play and move the ball and get out and ran. I just thought our defense ignited our offense. I thought we got stops and we got out in transition and got going, and then Hick heated up, and then Darius heated up, and then Mally had some big plays, then Duke hit some shots, and then kind of everyone found their rhythm and their comfort zone. These, I always tell you, these student athletes aren't nervous for these games. These guys train all year. They've played in big games. They've played in front of huge crowds. It's more of they're really excited. There's a difference. And so you got to let your excitement and your everything kind of calm down a little bit. And sometimes that takes first 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes 10, 15, depends on the player. But I felt at halftime, guys looked a lot more comfortable and like, okay, let's go play. And you could tell the difference in the second half.
Right here in the front row.
Connor, you guys had that big run to start the second half, kind of spearheaded by you, getting those first few points. Did you guys want to come out with some extra fire after how that first half went?
Yeah, definitely. I thought we didn't really execute and stay disciplined in our details like we normally would, and we kind of had to come out in that second half because I think we were down by 3, and I had just turned it over. I think I had 4 turnovers in the first half, and that's kind of unacceptable. So I knew I had to kind of pick up my game, and then everyone would follow suit. So those first couple minutes were critical in kind of igniting the fire for us.
And then Darius and Mally, I mean, that was one of the best three-point shoot teams in the Valley. You held them to 3 for 24. What'd you do to shut them down?
Just chopped our feet, basically just guard them, you know what I'm saying? Close out, chop their feet, and stay down on the ground, stay to their tendencies, you know what I'm saying?
This is a question for all of you guys. You guys held UIC without a field goal for the first 12, 11 minutes of the second half. Can you kind of speak on that and the defense you guys adjusted to in that second half?
We'll start with Connor this time and go that way. Connor, Mal, and Darius.
Yeah, I thought we were talking better to start the second half than we were in the first half. We were talking our switches better, just talking our spacing, stuff like that. So I thought everyone kind of knew where everyone was at on the court, and then when we start talking better, everyone's in the right position more, so it kind of shut them down.
And to go off of that, we started like locking in on what they do and their tendencies, and just trying to play that way.
Yeah, like both of them said, lock in on their tendencies and, point and talk and be on the same page.
Nothing from the back of the room. Anything else for the Braves? Yes. Take one here.
Coach, you I obviously had that onslaught in the second half, even with Duke and Mal on the bench. Who kind of stepped up for you to help you guys go on that run in the second
I
half?
thought Birch had some great moments for us as a freshman. Almar was really good defensively and rebounding the ball in the second half for us. And Christian Davis, too. Christian Davis had some big moments. So I was proud of those guys for stepping up because you need that to win this thing. You need your guys, your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th guy to really play to their strengths and be confident and aggressive. And Christian Davis was, and Birch and Almar, and I thought Linky gave some quality, solid minutes again. And so that's what you're going to need, and we're going to need that as we move forward. So proud of them. But, defensively, second half, I thought we were much better than the first. Honestly, I thought we gave them some open looks in the first. And then, that's where kind of the legs can kick in sometimes. But I love how we buckled down defensively in the second half, and that's what we're going to have to do for 2 halves tomorrow.
Right here. David?
Darius, you had a highlight reel block at midcourt in that game. How did that get you hyped and the team around you? Because you guys really seemed to pick it up after that.
That's what we pride ourselves on, defense, and knowing their tendencies that he was going to pop. I seen him shooting it, so I went to jump, and I got a piece of it. And then I tried to take off, but that got everybody else going because that just lights the fire.
Were you guys aware, and this is for all of you, but were you aware that they had not made a field goal in that half, 12 minutes deep into the half?
No, I was not aware. I saw the lead growing, but I didn't know we were that good defensively to start the half.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Anything else for the Braves? Thank you very
All right,
much,
thank you.
gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bulldogs and Braves.